Welcome to World Transits Today, exploring the planetary archetypes with their changing relationships, blending consciousness research with astrology. I'm Art Granoff. Today, March 15, 2022, here's our horoscope. We explore 5 planetary archetypes. Mars with Saturn and Pluto, and Mercury conjunct Neptune. Let's kick off today's show with Mars, Saturn, and Pluto. Last week, I mentioned this approaching triple conjunction, now in full force for 10 days. Mars conjunct Pluto for another week, with Mars conjunct Saturn here till the end of April. Set the controls for the heart of the sun. Turn the volume up to 16. The Ukraine war, with 14 nuclear reactors in Ukraine, all vulnerable to attack or sabotage. Does it signal the end of our humanity as we know it? From the Archetypal Universe by Ren Butler. And to accelerate your knowledge of the planetary pairs, get this book. It's also enclosed in Archetypal Explorer software, which I use here on World Transits Today. Mars, Saturn, Pluto, principles, commanding powers of focus and discipline, an ability to tackle the most arduous and demanding tasks, the strength to face any challenge and persevere, a committed forbearance of aggression and reactivity, and the shadow side, ruthless levels of ambition and aggression, a driving need to butt heads and confront others, a tendency to seek out or create dangerous situations, chronic feelings of bitterness and hate without effective catharsis to release them. Whew. Mars conjunct Pluto from early February till March 23rd. Force meets intensity. Mars, the fighter, anticipates, advances, presses ahead, while Pluto's the bubbly volcano, flares a while, then explodes with lava flowing. Hey, get out of the way. Like when we all get worked up about something with no solution, or with finding it through belligerence or hurting, history's usual solution. And Mars conjunct Saturn till the end of April, another 6 weeks or so, when I'm out of control, no thinking aloud. When I'm driving anger real fast towards a tree, crash. Mars effort with Saturn strength can advance during the struggle, or at the same time can total the car with me in it. Mars, Saturn, Pluto, positive, relying on inner strength, the ability to go past all personal limits, hearing the mighty chords of purpose, withstanding opposition towards achievement. Or abdurance, stubbornly resistant to influence, persistently impenitent, the angry, all heated up, intense mind, lashing out. Possibly the most dynamic 3-planet alignment. Attack, attack, attack. The most intense week this week. All of the world against Russia increases, doubles down. And Mercury conjunct Neptune starts today till March 31st. Mercury is the thinking mind and intellectual center where we connect, relate, then communicate through facial expressions, smoke signals, noises, screaming, language, movement, paint, and music. Neptune's the heart opening to the spiritual love blob that sets tenderness with eternity, serving it up when you take a look within, where you're seen and very welcome, where your sense of identity merges with or melts like ice into a place with no boundaries, and you like it. When the situation is effortlessly flowing, like a little being in the womb, eating good food in a nice condo. Mercury, Neptune, blending our mind with imagination through an ordered system, using logic and training, bridging the irrational through a system that's ideal, commonly known as music. Let's welcome Miles Davis from Wikipedia. Miles Dewey Davis III, born 1926, was an American trumpeter, band leader, and composer. He is among the most influential and acclaimed figures in the history of jazz and 20th century music. Davis adopted a variety of musical directions in a 5-decade career that kept him at the forefront of many major stylistic developments in jazz. And here's his chart. We notice Mars trine Saturn, force meets resistance, Mars conjunct Saturn in the sky. Davis was blocked or stifled by race relations, his hot temper and drug addiction on the way to success. He cleaned up, kicked drugs to become a distinguished composer, musician, and best-selling jazz recording artist. He made his peace with Saturn. Mercury square Neptune, Mercury conjunct Neptune in the sky. His wild imagination and prolific output propelled Davis's career through 5 decades. He dazzled audiences playing trumpet, always experimenting with his sound and bringing young musicians to the stage. Jupiter opposite Neptune, Jupiter conjunct Neptune in the sky. Jupiter is about larger size, being self-assured and generous. Though with Jupiter, watch for getting overconfident or full of oneself. Don't they know who I am? Neptune's what's ideal, what we imagine things to be. Think of Neptune as right-brained, intuitive, thoughtful, and subjective. According to left brain, right brain theory, the right side of the brain is best at expressive and creative tasks like music. With his huge range, as with all top artists, he could bop hard and bring you to tears with the softest ballad. Davis regularly broke down the structures of previous jazz styles, reimagining himself, as he achieved another musical paradigm shift and a personal career breakthrough. Here's some of his albums through the years. Think he was moody? He's got the moon on 8 planets. Let's welcome Lucinda Williams. Lucinda Gale Williams, born 1953, is an American rock, folk, and country music singer, songwriter, and musician. She recorded her first 2 albums in a traditional country and blues style that received little public or radio attention. Williams' commercial breakthrough came in 1998 with Car Wheels on a Gravel Road. About her recent album, Good Souls, Better Angels, American Songwriter gave the release 4.5 out of 5 stars, writing that it is arguably her most intense album, ending his review. By the end of the hour, you'll be wiped out. This is an in-your-face, take no prisoners presentation. Few albums connect with this much pure emotional fury, let alone those from artists well into her 60s. And here's her chart. Jupiter opposite Saturn, Jupiter opposite Neptune, like in the sky. Watch her on stage and in concert. She's big, powerful, and mighty. She blurs the boundaries between us, leaving us melted. Sun conjunct Mercury, square Neptune. In the sky, Mercury conjunct Neptune. Her brilliant mind is illuminated by the sun. Sun Mercury square Neptune. Williams, a prolific writer that's released 16 albums. And here's some photos and some of her albums. And from her recent record, she says, keep me with all of those who help me find strength when I'm feeling hopeless, who guide me along and help me stay strong and fearless. Thanks for joining me on World Transits today, everybody. Special Archetypal News Network Edition. Watch World Transits at my site, Reference Astrology. Hear the audio version at Apple Podcasts. Contact me directly at Reference Astrology for a birth chart and transit reading, where we explore the planetary archetypes, place them on top of your chart, revealing your personal transits to see what's up for you.